What's going on, everybody? This is Durell with the Motivational Moment. Today, I want to talk about building yourself up, right? Building yourself up. The key thing is the Bible talks about how you need to encourage yourself and strengthen yourself, right? You need to be able to do that I believe you need to do it on a regular. Like the first 20 minutes of your day after you wake up in the morning are probably the most important times of the day. I try to get a lot of prayer in at that time. I try to make sure I'm covered and the people I care about are covered. So I said in the previous video, I believe in the power of prayer, so I do pray over a lot of things for a lot of people. And most importantly, I pray for myself for the many things that are going to happen throughout the day because you never really know. But back to building up yourself, right? You have to build yourself up before you hit the stage. And I mean stage as far as not so much as for entertaining purposes, right? I mean for the stage for life, the stage for your career, the stage for if you're an athlete before you get ready to play and when you get ready to get in a level that you are. And the reason why, and I like this, the reason why I'm wearing this hat, I like the Bulls, the Michael Jordan era of the Bulls, that is. And also as a concept of how they built their team around Michael Jordan, which was a star player, but they built themselves to be a championship organization, right? They got all the pieces together so they can win. They can continue to win. They built themselves before the stage even started. So they were very intricate in picking the pieces, picking people to fit different areas of what they needed to fulfill whatever it is they needed to be done. And that is what you should do. You should build yourself before you get to the stage. So if that goes with reading books. You want to be well read. You want to be able to extend your vocabulary and expand your vocabulary. So read a book. This is coming from a writer, right? So please read a book. And shameless plug, my books are online. The link is in the description, I believe, or it's on my site. It's in my bio. So be sure to check those out. But yeah, read a book, build yourself. Get into some leadership classes or get into some classes that are going to help you expand and go further in whatever area you want to go further into. Right. The second part is make sure your character is in the right place. Make sure you're doing the right thing. That make sure you're not worried about what was it well liked or was I perceived wrong or whatever the case may be. You want to be able to make sure your character is always in good standing and make sure your reputation is well, right? Your reputation precedes you. You are known before you even walk into a room. When your name comes up, there's an old saying, right? It's not about who knows you. It's not about what you know. It's who you know. Really, I think it's what you know and who knows you back. Those are key things, right? When your name comes up in a conversation, what are they saying about you, right? When name comes up in a conversation, oh, Durell's a great guy. He's a hard worker. He's always positive. He's really willing to go the extra mile for people. He really wants to see the betterment of people. He wants the team to win. Those are things you want people to say about you, right? You don't want to be like, oh, well, Durell really slacks off, or he really doesn't follow through, or he plays around a lot, or he lacks maturity in this area, which I think it would hurt him in the long run, right? You don't want stuff like that to come up when your name comes up and you're not in the room to defend yourself and say why you're lacking in these different areas and things of that sort. You always want your character and your reputation to precede you and give out good report, right? And the key thing, the number one thing over all of these, even though it's the last thing I'm mentioning, right? You want to stay humble. Remain humble. You don't want to think more of yourself than what you are, right? Because at any moment, a blink of an eye, snap of a finger, it could be taken from you. So you want to remain humble and don't ever think you're bigger than what you really are. You didn't get to the top by yourself. You didn't get to where you are by yourself. So please remember and remain humble, remain courteous, remain kind, and keep in mind that sometimes you are probably the only person that is going to be kind to that person throughout their journey at that certain point in time in their life. So you always want to be mindful of how you treat people, be mindful of what you say, be mindful of your actions, right, towards people, even people who you think can't do anything for you. You still want to be able to treat them as human beings and treat them as people of somewhat of importance, right? A custodian of a school or a business or whatever is just as important as the CEO because the custodian keeps the building clean. That's part of presentation. The CEO is important of making sure people are in the position to get the job done. If you didn't have a custodian to clean the building, then the building would be looked at as nasty. No one would want to do business in a place that was a dirty place. If you walk into a restaurant and you see trash all over the place, you're probably not going to want to eat there. So, crazy analogy, but you get what I'm saying. So, build yourself up, man. Put yourself in a position to win all the time. Make sure you are looking for things that will help you internally, help you externally, and help you as a whole in a holistic effort, right? Make sure your character and your reputation precedes you, and they go forward giving out good report. And stay humble. Stay humble, man, and make sure people around you are humble also, and they're also following the characteristic rules that you're following. Okay? So this is Durell with your motivational moment, and as always, do the right thing because it needs to be done, and always act in love. Y'all have a great day, have a great week. Y'all take care.